It for game number 2 of this round of 8 match. In the bottom left corner, your yellow Protoss player, multiple Monday Night Starboat champion. It is Ever Arthur.
And down in the bottom right-hand corner, playing as the green Zerg, it is Byleth.
Up 1-0! Up 1-0 over Arthur right now. Your French Zerg player, Byleth.
And setting the overboard in the right direction. So good.
Oh wow, man, the RNG in this game is just too much to handle. All right, Arthur.
Well, actually, no. This is kind of. Oh no, it isn't typical. Never mind. Yeah, that is RNG.
Well, it will give you the earliest information though, because if you send the Overlord that way, he's going to come to a natural first, as opposed to a third, right?
Exactly.
So it makes sense to send your Overlord there. Yeah, your parents are making dinner. I can hear them slapping things in the kitchen. That's really good right there. All right, so Arthur gonna go ahead and get his forge down. Very, very standard. In the meantime, Byleth is getting gonna be pretty aggressive here. Not any sort of like crazy early pull, but I believe this probably might have been a 9 pull. Actually, I didn't notice how fast it was coming down here. So we're talking about Overlord scouting. Also going to be getting that gas right away. So 3 in gas here for Byleth. And pool is done, so here come the Lings. And
so a lot of it hinges on if Arthur gets a cannon before his Nexus.
Yeah, which right now he's still saving. He hasn't scouted yet. Okay, seeing as how he's not scouted Zerg yet, he should get a cannon. Without that scouting information. Okay, there it is. All right.
Yeah, he doesn't see the Zerglings, but he does see the 3 eggs. And that's an indicator of a bunch of Zerglings. So he's going for the cannon first. Good move, good move.
Yep. And he does see the Lings, and he actually delays some of the Lings with this pylon. That's really nice.
That is a really nice move. That's
really
2 Lings that are not going to be there right at the beginning. And that means that if these Lings try to run by, maybe only 1 or 2 might get into the main, as opposed to, 4. Alright, so he will be sending those across, and now Byleth will be going for the expansion. Now this cannon's not finished yet, though.
Just in time cannon? Just in time.
Now Byleth could have potentially gotten probably 3 Lings into the main and started harassing probes. Which can be really annoying. Having Zerglings in your main as a Protoss player that early before you even have a Zealot, before you're anywhere close to having a ranged unit, I mean, they can stay alive in there for an extremely long time.
And look at Arthur getting a complete wall off. I like that a lot.
Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about any sort of run-bys going down. This is something Arthur does quite frequently, actually. Arthur's the very classic Arthur play is to wall off on 2 bases, get up to Templar with Storm, and once he has about 4 to 6 Templar, he pushes, and it's terrifying as a Zerg player. It's almost like a mech push in PvT, where it's just like, oh, they build up, they turtled, and then here they come. Can you hold it or not?
That's a very good point, and they're pretty similar.
Yeah, that's one of the things I really like about playing Protoss, and I'm sure the matchups are diverse for everybody else as well, but the roles completely reverse between PvT and PvZ, at least in my opinion here. So Byleth continuing to kind of just camp some Zerglings outside the natural. He's making a bunch of Zerglings actually. This is kind of interesting that he's spending so many larvae and so many minerals on Lings right now. He's gonna go ahead and get his 3rd up. It's gonna be a long time before much comes out of Arthur here. He's gonna make a Zealot or 2 here. But I think these Lings are really early. I'm not sure what he's hoping to accomplish with those, unless he's gonna try to go for the pylon. But that's just that's just
strange.
Not a very good idea. Okay,
Zealot.
he will get the nice surround here though.
That's a dead Zealot.
Yeah. So Byleth will deny a lot of scouting information here. Arthur will not be able to scout. Oh, he actually is going for the pylons. Arthur immediately throwing down more pylons and cannons here. Yeah, and Byleth, he realizes that he's going to have to back off. Does force out a cannon, though. Loses a few Lings, but...
Ooh, with a Stargate.
Yeah, which is the usual play here, and this is going to be important for Arthur because he's going to need this first Corsair in order to scout. Yeah, he'll get the Corsairs to try to get some air control as well as harass Overlords, but mainly he needs to scout, find out what Byleth is doing, what kind of build is he going up against here. Now, he does still have a probe out on the map, actually, and does see the 3rd. So, while Byleth did deny that Zealot scout, see, now he's going to go try to track down that probe now. He saw it run by his hatchery, maybe. Good job of Arthur keeping that probe alive. That's really important.
Actually, how did that probe get out?
I think it was at the 4th, I guess.
Yeah, I think it was the
Patrol-
original scouting probe.
I'm pretty sure the original one got killed by
Oh, really?
Zerglings. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, one probe has gone down. He must have.
Oh.
Maybe it was the
weird.
one that built the wall. Maybe he sent it out then.
Could be it.
I feel like it would have had to have been. Although, wait, no, you know, Arthur might have sent 2 scouting probes. When he didn't scout him first, I think he sent one to the bottom right, while the first scout was going to the top right.
See,
I
the reason
think
why I
I saw
asked
that.
is it's such a subtle move, but I mean, when you think about it, Arthur's doing a full, complete wall off, so he's not really able to get any more scouting probes out until he gets a Corsair out. So,
Yep.
and that's pretty vital, because if you don't have any information about what the Zerg is doing, you don't know when to cannon up.
Yeah.
That is
So-
very true.
Yeah, so I'm kind of curious on when that scouting probe came out, because that's pretty good details to pay attention to.
Ooh, Byleth's going to get supply blocked here with the second Overlord going down here to the second Corsair. Now the second Corsair, this first Corsair will get some nice scouting information. There are Hydra upgrades coming out. There is the Hydra's Den working here, but no big round of Hydras coming. But it is a possibility because Byleth is still only on 1 gas right now.
Well, they don't really have much too crazy because, as you mentioned, there are upgrades on the way. We have more Corsairs being chronoed. We have a Robo. Everything's looking pretty standard. Nothing too crazy is happening. And Byleth is also getting a Spore as a 3rd to protect his overlords from pesky Corsairs, which makes sense.
Yeah, getting a Spore at every one of these is really nice. But Arthur is getting really nice air control here with a lot of Corsairs coming out. Now, having a lot of Corsairs means there's not going to be a lot of Hydras, and actually going for the Robotics Bay, so it's going to be Reaver. Sarah Reaver here for Arthur.
Sarah Reaver.
Not going to be
You
going
might
for the
get Z-Web.
Storms.
Now, Sarah Reaver, if you guys don't know, Sarah's is basically Corsairs, the flying unit you see. And Reavers are Reavers, the unit that we saw in BCQD versus Moxie. Now, here's the thing. There's a nice little combination, and what happens is the Corsairs can cast D-Web, any unit underneath it can't attack, and the Reavers can just have a heyday. So.
Oh, here comes the Corsairs for a bunch of Overlords going to go down.
Oh, are we going to get 3 of them, maybe even 4?
Oh, really hard supply block. Nicely done by Arthur there. The 1 Spore with a combination of 1 or 2 Hydras is just not enough to keep those safe. Doesn't even lose a single Corsair. One of them going down to 18 health.
Here, and they are going to start busting down the wall.
Yeah, +1 gonna most likely be canceled here. But the
way.
Reaver is coming out, but yeah, +1 does get canceled. That's a critical upgrade.
Cannons.
Oh, he's going for
Oh,
it!
he's going for it. The Zerglings, though.
Oh, the Reaver, though! The Reaver, can he catch the Reaver before it completes this first Scarab? It will get focused down! Oh, Byleth snipes
Oh
it!
my god.
And Byleth might have done it here!
No, I don't think it's enough, but he did quite a bit of damage.
Oh, he can get the high ground here. Not that that
Oh,
matters
yeah.
against Zealots.
Oh, it would have been so sick if he actually walled that off with like some lurker eggs.
Yeah. Oh, here's the nice little Hydra splits.
Oh, nice micro, nice micro.
Well done here by Byleth, keeping these Hydras alive. Now speed finishes for the... No, speed was already done. What am I saying? Gonna take a lot down here, though. Nicely done by Byleth.
So
You know, but
doesn't
I
it
think the best thing is he knows that Reavers are out, so he can now prepare against that.
Yeah.
He's getting a Viper's Nest. I'm not sure if this is for Hive or if he's just going to actually get Vipers.
It could... You know, I'm not really sure. It could be to try to get some ensnares down. Because if you can ensnare the Corsairs to get your Hydras underneath them, that could be really good. As well as with the Warp Prism. If you can ensnare the Warp Prism so that you can catch it as it tries to escape, it can be a pretty strong play. But it could just be for Hive.
I think Eruptors would be a really good choice right now.
Oh, yes.
I mean, maybe that's the answer to Sarah Reaver, you know? And in case you guys are wondering, Eruptors are a unit that it burrows and it attacks air units only. So think of it kind of as a lurker with anti-air, but the actually attack isn't a straight line; it's just a circle AOE. So I don't know, because these overlords are dying, and
Yep, and it is. You're right, Born. 2 Eruptors coming out for Byleth.
Nice.
Could be exceptionally strong here. I plan a few of those in some key strategic locations. Could take down Warp Prisms, could take down Corsairs. Eruptors, they do area of effect damage, and a few Eruptors can take down a flock of Corsairs pretty quickly. A lot of Hydras once again gathering here outside of Arthur's natural. Storm now on the way for Arthur as well, working on all of his splash damage routes. 3 Reavers at the front, nothing nothing he wants to touch over here. Byleth just wants to try to prevent the harassment from going down.
Yeah.
So,
You know,
Prism on the way.
One thing I want to add is, in Brood War, one way of stopping Reavers was you would actually have Hydralisk with Burrow, and you would wait for the shuttle to actually fly over the Hydralisk, and you would unburrow and attack.
Oh, those Scarabs.
Ooh. Ooh, that's,
Very
that
nice
last Scarab there doing a lot of damage. Does get the upgrade though once again, but loses quite a few Hydras for it.
So the Eruptors are now burrowed in front of the Protoss, and the Protoss doesn't actually know about it.
Will this Prism take damage? Oh no, they just evade the
Man.
Eruptors. Here comes the
There's another
Prism.
Eruptor.
Are there any
He's
more?
not
There's
changing
one more here at home. Oh no, he's rallying across the map. Oh, he's gonna get caught. He's a burrow. He burrows.
Gets one shot off and does a lot of damage.
It's a decent
actually.
shot, but now the Reavers are dropped already now. And with all these Zealots here, the Hydras have nowhere to go. There's too much damage. Arthur manages to get here into the natural, taking down the Lurker Den. Gonna be taking down the Evolution Chambers as well. Just the Zealots alone on top of everything might be able to do enough damage here. Lurkers are coming up here though for Byleth. But he's gonna lose so much. These drones are fighting.
Oh, man, Scarab shots.
Scarab shot's gonna be doing plenty of damage, but the Zealots don't even need the Scarabs at this point. Arthur managed to get to the natural and could be doing a lot of damage. GG from Byleth. Arthur takes game number 2.
Workers are gonna do their best, but not quite enough.
Byleth might be saying something.
GG or
not. Or not?
Or tied.
Or yes. Gonna go for the BM, fake
A little
GG.
bit earlier. He just needed the Lurkers earlier, and if he did, he would have been able to stop the Zealot attack. And the Eruptors were in the wrong place too. They shouldn't have been in the main, or they shouldn't have been in front of the natural. They should have been in the main or the natural.
He was hoping that the Eruptors could like snipe the Warp Prism as it traveled along with the Zealot pack, which isn't a bad idea, but they're just a little off position.
Yeah.
It's kind of an unlucky gamble.